Hi guys. So listen, I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did, but it did. And I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I don't just talk about it, I bees about it. So since it's picking up so much momentum, since we are in a paradigm shift, and since we as Black Americans are really sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of telling them we are sick and tired of being beat, battered, bullied, and abused by every ethnicity that is not a Black American, I have picked a date, and I say starting August the 1st, for the entire month of August, we boycott African-owned businesses. That includes restaurants, hair salons, braid shops, etc., etc. It's time to show them that our Black American dollar is what runs this damn country.
Imagine boycotting an African-owned business.
So the Black Americans are boycotting the African businesses in America. Diaspora wars are at an all-time high, guys.
A protest for August 1st. Complete blackout on African braiding shops, restaurants, and stores.
Help me understand. Y'all are trying to boycott small Black-owned African businesses, but you can't boycott Target or Lululemon? Huh?
What is this? We're banning the African braiding salons. Hold your horses. You slow down. Slow down. I mean, I know I haven't been to Fatima in a while, but bitch, I'm not leaving Fatima. Me and Fatima are locked in, bitch. If you know, you know. If you've been following me for a long time, you know Fatima ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. I feel like what you should boycott if you're going to be mad at something, Essence Fest, Red Lobster, you could boycott that because you know what they're using or doing it for. I'm just at the point, I'm done with all this shit. But it's just, yeah, I'm not leaving Fatima. There's nothing to think about.
And if you think for 1 second that I'm going back to subjecting myself to Hey Boo text the day of my appointment and paying $200 for 6 stitch braids, you're out of your mind. And if you think I'm finna give up jollof rice and goosey soup, you've lost your marbles, okay? And if you think I'm going back to partying where there's no one dancing, everybody just standing around, and there's no Afro beats, there's no Amapiano. You see this? My badge of honor, okay? I am an Amapiano warrior. I'm not going back. So who's boycotting Africans? Who?
So you put Lululemon in a song but cancel Africans? You put Lululemon in a song but canceled Africans. All right.
What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So I woke up today and I just happened to come across this video of Black Americans boycotting African immigrants' businesses in the United States of America. It all started with a braiding shop, and now I'm coming across so many videos of Black Americans saying that we need to boycott every African business. It's so crazy, guys. I just want us to watch the videos together so that we get to understand what is happening and what went wrong, or from these braiding shops, and why this has emerged and it's going viral on TikTok. And people are saying that on 1st August, we are boycotting African immigrant businesses in the United States of America. It's crazy, right? Yeah, I know. When I saw these, as an African who really supports Africans and Black Americans, I just felt heartbroken. But I want us to understand the whole story and know what went wrong and what is happening and what has been going between Black Americans and Africans immigrants in the States. And we'll come back with more commentary. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Gracie D. Consider subscribing. Let me know if you're a Black American watching these. Are you planning to boycott African immigrant businesses in the United States of America or African diaspora's businesses. In the States, I'd really love to know if you're an African who is living or an African immigrant in the States. Let me know what your take on this, and do you think that what Black Americans are planning to do on 1st August is okay? Let's just dive right ahead and we'll come back with more commentary.
You know, it's so crazy that a group of people that come from places that look like this get to civilization and forget where they come from. They come over here and disrespect the natives of the land. They come over here and feel like they're better and bigger when this is what y'all come from. This is what y'all come from. Y'all
Come here. Come here. This is a message for y'all, especially my Black American women. Come here. Listen. I think it's time for us to show how strong and how powerful the Black American dollar is, since they don't believe us. I think it's time to boycott the braiding shops. That's what I think it's time to do. It's time to boycott the braiding shops.
I 1,000% agree. And take it a step further. Boycott all African businesses. And take it another step further. Make sure you are promoting Black American businesses and you are putting money into Black American businesses. They are taking this as a joke. And when you look at the Black American dollar and they talk about this $1.8 trillion, the rest of the diaspora is included in that. But once you take them out, we still have a buying power of about $1.4 trillion. Show them why our dollar matters. Show them why our voices matter. They're talking about we can't boycott Lululemon. We can't boycott. Like, people are saying we haven't boycotted Target. Like, are they not paying attention to the news? Have they not seen Target's stock tumble? We are used to doing this. This is how we fight back, but they don't understand that. They don't understand a boycott because they don't understand that as a form of fighting back. So we're going to have to show them. And also, you guys keep trying to bash this lady, and she says that she hopes unity can happen. However, unity cannot happen if we are not respected. So first, we have to gain our respect. After that, we can possibly talk about unity.
Some of y'all about to be offended by this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Y'all really pick and choose who and what y'all want to boycott, and it's actually really weird. Like, I can kind of understand the Target situation, but now I'm starting to hear people are boycotting African braiding shops. Like, what? Now, some of these hair salons don't really be doing what they need to do. I get it. That's some hair salons. But at the same time, it's Black braiding shops that be doing the same thing. Mind you, it's so many businesses in our communities that are completely against us. I still be seeing some of y'all shop at Lululemon, and apparently the person who made it don't even like Black people. Mind you, y'all have yet to boycott McDonald's, and they have been targeting the Black community for decades. All that high cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure from McDonald's food, and y'all still eat there? Like, I don't get that. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that everything needs to be boycotted. I'm actually saying the opposite. If y'all are going to boycott places, make it make sense. And then don't pick and choose what's servicing the Black community correctly or not, when y'all shop at other places that are just doing a complete bigger disservice to the Black community and are blatant about it. I'm honestly starting to believe that some of y'all are just falling into a mass hysteria of what happens on social media and are not really digging in deep and doing a deep dive as to why you should be boycotting these places. And it's starting to feel like some of y'all don't really have your own opinion on the reason why these places should be boycotted.
Y'all right here, I want y'all to see who is in charge of foundational Black American reparations at the African Union. You probably never heard of her before, have you? Me neither. No, at all, have never seen this individual. But this is the individual that has been granted the powers as the 6th region of the African Union to oversee our money. You damn right. Family, look at this right here, okay? H.E. Dr. Queen Blessing Atua, chair of the African Union 6th region in the USA. Did any of y'all sign up for her to be a representative? We already have people who always seem to be our fake representatives who are American. This woman is a Nigerian. This is a Nigerian woman who's been running around here as your representative, fam. And I'm not talking about the district. I'm not talking about your town. I'm not talking about your committee. I'm saying she's representing all of us. So to make it clear and plain in my proletarian workers' language, fam, this woman is running around here being the boss and the chairwoman of reparations in a country in which she did not even have any parts of. As a matter of fact, Nigeria wasn't even a country. The main person who put all this together was exactly that right there, Barack Obama. Yes, Barack Obama was the individual that gave this lady a Lifetime Achievement Award. And then you got to ask yourself, a Lifetime Achievement Award for what? This woman ended up getting a Lifetime Achievement Award so she could be the main one that they put in position to steal our reparations. And about the same exact time that all of this was starting to occur, family, was the same exact time that reparations movement, the reparations generation started to take off. Yep. So around the same time that we started really getting it popping in these streets when it came to reparations is the same exact time this woman gets this award from Barack Obama, because two tethers of a feather gonna flock together. I want you to think about every tether, family, and then I want you to think about how they're all in one giant cahoots to work with one another. I'm talking about the damn Uber driver all the way down to Kamala Harris or Barack Obama. She was put in a position, and I'm going to show you, fam. I'm talking about she has positions with the UN. She has positions with the African Union. And do you guys know that she authored, check this out. It blew my mind when I seen it, fam. I told y'all, #1 activist. I'm going to take this to a whole nother maximum. Do you guys know that she authored a law in the state of Georgia to help immigrants? Yes, African immigrants. Now, I want you to rewind time to a year ago. A year ago when we were out here highlighting all of these Africans that were being dropped off in Atlanta. And did you guys all see the poll that just came out? It really wasn't a poll. It was some statistics that say Atlanta is no longer the black Mecca. And they talk about how so many migrants are there. A lot of those migrants are Africans and Haitians and Jamaicans. Well, guess what, y'all? This woman authored the bill that ended up getting pushed through all by Democrats to allow these people to come in. I got receipts on you, Miss Tua. Matter of fact, there go the goddamn bill right there. Oh, don't think I ain't got the receipts.
So y'all say boycott African-owned businesses, right? Cool. But the next time Target donates to the police foundation, I really am going to need y'all to keep that same energy. So let me get this straight. Y'all want to cancel a black immigrant's corner store because he gave you a weird look, but Starbucks that called the cops on 2 black men for just existing, just sitting there and existing, you're still standing in line for a venti iced macchiato? You will boycott the African braiding shops, but you'll still pull up at Target, the company that funds police foundations like it's a GoFundMe for state violence. Okay, don't even get me started on Lululemon, okay? A brand that's literally built on whiteness, fat phobia, and exclusion. But hey, sis, listen, go off in your yoga pants still talking about protecting black culture. And the sad part about all of this is we don't even need the white people to come into our communities to tear us down. We tear each other down already for clout. And while we're doing that, we're giving billion-dollar corporations built on racist histories grace, patience, and direct deposits. Boycott an African-owned beauty shop, but still wear Gucci, the company that literally created a blackface sweater. Make this shit make sense for me, because it's not making sense. The math is not mathing. Here's a wild idea though. How about we hold systems accountable instead of your black cousins who are just trying to come into your neighborhoods and create their own business to provide for their children and their families? But hey, if punching down makes you feel better about that $7 latte or that $50 yoga pants from Lululemon, then, by all means, go ahead and punch down, because apparently it makes you feel powerful. Y'all just be doing too much.
I came purposely looking like this. Because when I say I'm going to get my hair done, box braids. Y'all can go ahead and boycott the African braided shops anyway, because all y'all be getting is knotless anyway. Let us real braider, hair, let us go get our real braids, box braids, bohemian box braids, waterway, all that. All y'all get is knotless. Go to your homegirl up the street and get them done then. And then don't have the nerve to live in Georgia, because all of the tire shops on the south side, east side is owned by Africans. So y'all, good luck on that. What are you gonna do when you break down and you need a tire? You're not gonna go to the Africans? Call Midas. Oh, better yet, call AAA. Wait, a lot of y'all don't got that. Make it make sense. Y'all are banning or boycotting an entire continent of people. Back to school coming.
Boycotting African restaurants and African braiding shops before you boycott Starbucks, Lululemon, McDonald's, Tyson, which supports prison slavery, and all these white brands that support slavery and was literally created during slavery and still thriving off of our oppression every day, and probably have a connection to the prison system and the school to prison pipeline, and our communities being redlined, is actually crazy.
So I'm hearing people are boycotting the African businesses like braiding shops and restaurants. I just got my hair braided. I don't think I'm boycotting because I think they did a really good job. They were nice to me, right? But also, I don't even know why y'all are boycotting, for real, for real. What's the reason? Somebody drop it in the comments. Also, why do you have to wait till August 1st to boycott if you really mean it? Start right now. Like, are y'all trying to get your hair done before August 1st? That's why you don't want to boycott? Are you trying to eat African foods before August 1st and that's why you don't want to boycott? Like, do you need to use them before August 1st and that's why you're waiting? I'm sick and tired of these boycotts. Like, y'all not even boycotting the shit that matters, for real. Y'all always talking about a boycott. How about we put our money into black-owned businesses? And when I say black-owned, I mean foundational black-owned businesses, since that's what y'all like to say. Instead of boycotting everybody, like, put your energy into better things. Put your energy into building businesses in your community. Okay? Fuck everybody else. Because while we complaining, they're sitting here building more businesses in your community. What are we boycotting them for?
It's happening. As you've seen per the videos, Black Americans are boycotting African immigrants' businesses in the United States of America, or African diasporan businesses. And it started with that time where there was Black Essence something. I tried to look so much into it to get to understand. I don't remember where I stopped, but I also think I need to go back, research, and do a video about this. That time is when Black Americans were really angry at Africans because they were saying they took over the Black Essence and it does not represent what Black Americans do stand for. There was even a video that they were late to start the event. There is a guy that went for an interview and a lot was said. I cannot talk much on that because right now I don't have enough research as to, whatever happened on that day. But now I came across this video of this woman who said that they want to boycott African braiders. It started with African braiding shops, and when the video went viral, she came back and said that now they have the whole of the month of August, as from the 1st of August, to boycott African diasporan businesses in the United States of America, starting from braiding shops to restaurants to any kind of business that they have in the United States of America. They have their own reasons. Disrespect from Africans who are doing businesses. Especially, I've seen so many videos of people, like, I won't lie, I've seen videos of people complaining about African braiders in the United States of America. One is that they are charging a lot, and even like some of the comments that I happen to come across is when they are facing cultural and service frustrations. You've seen like many Black American clients report disappointing experiences with certain African-owned braiders, tightly braided edges, inconsistent quality, rude services, or unclear pricing policies. Some Reddit threads that I have here, this is not my research, as you can see, it's from ChatGTP, and this one African commented, I live in the US now, but come from an African country. Stylists are so unprofessional, charging ridiculous prices. It's easier to just do my own hair. Another one went on ahead and said they are heavy-handed, ignorant, lack basic customer services. These people ruin hair, I'm over it. So these are just some of the comments that are actually out there on different social media apps that you can actually go and check. There are also so many videos where you've seen Black American women complaining about the African braiders and how they do their hair, because one say the reason is because their hair is quite different from ours and she doesn't like how the African braiders are doing the hair. The sad part about this is, like, I've seen so many of them complain, and if I receive a service and I don't like the service, I will never go back. If my hair was done by an African braider and I didn't like the service, I don't feel like there is any need of me going back to another African braider. I would rather choose to go and support my own Black American people. If I'm a Black American woman who's complaining about the African braider, I would choose to go to a Black American braider, because I know there are so many of them out there. I've seen videos on TikTok and they do nice hair. Just the same as I've seen there are also African braiders who live in the United States of America that are doing a great job when it comes to hair. Another thing is about pricing. People are saying that Africans are overpricing them when it comes to braiding their hairs, which I've also seen several people complaining and commenting on that. Now, there has been this fight that has been going on. It hasn't started right now. This fight between Black Americans and Africans, it's a fight that has been going on for long. And the saddest part about this thing is that we are coming from a place of not understanding each other. Like, for example, when so many African immigrants moved to the United States of America, and there is even a Nigerian woman who did a video about these. So we've been put this mentality, and we've learned not from the Black American history, but from his story. And we go to the States with this mentality of how Black Americans are, the stereotypes that we've learned from our oppressor. And you find that this woman was saying in this video, when she moved to the States, when she was still young with her parents, the mother warned her of associating herself with Black Americans, not even dating Black Americans or playing with them or hanging out with them, because of the stereotypes that we've been sold out here by the mainstream media about Black Americans. And most people tend to believe that because, like, I used to believe that. I used to believe that Black Americans are like this. When I said this on another video, people were coming for me. Mind you, it's what I was learning from the mainstream media. And now that we have social media, I've been able to learn and, unlearn what I had learned that is not right about Black Americans. And I'm still learning a lot. And I'm also seeing so many Black Americans also learning and unlearning what they learned about Africans. They are learning what they thought they knew or they were told about Africans that is quite not true. This is the same thing that is happening to us Africans, especially right now that I'm doing this kind of videos. I'm getting to learn a lot about Black Americans, and I get to actually understand from where they come from what I've learned. I know I've not learned everything. Seeing Black Americans getting frustrated with everything that is happening, them opting to say that they want to boycott African businesses, actually quite understand them. There's been a fight that's been going on between the Hispanic community and the Black community, and Black people just told them, you know what, we are not doing this anymore. We are not just laying down and let people walk on our backs without appreciating. And honestly, for me, I'm okay with that, telling Black Americans, just sit, relax, and let everyone out there fight for themselves, you see. But now the thing is, I'm sure there are Black Americans that have gone to African braiders or any other African businesses out there that are offering different services and have received great service. You see, just that it's not everyone that comes to social media to document everything that they've gotten or how they've been treated. It's the same way there's someone else who gets a bad treatment or a bad service at an African business and they just opt not to come here and talk about it on social media. But I respect the fact that people are actually creating awareness on these, which will help the community improve. And you see, this mentality that we have, because going through the comment section of these videos now that I'm talking about, you can just check on TikTok these accounts. You can clearly see the account names on your screens. You can check the comment section and you quite see how people are commenting from, with emotions, ignorance. There is a lot of ignorance, a lot of emotions in these comment sections. I quite understand when people, like, from a point of ignorance, honestly, because even me, there was one point I was very ignorant, not only about Black Americans, but so many other communities. You see, so many other races out there, so many other communities out there. And I just took it to my own. I just took it personally and wanted to learn more about people and stop generalizing everything and learning what I've learned from the mainstream media. And you see, Black Americans saying that they don't want to be called African Americans. For me, honestly, I respect that, because even when I'm out there and someone is asking, you're from Africa, we get angry because we are like, Africa is a continent, not a country. So when Black Americans don't want to be called African Americans, then I respect that and I'll go by Black Americans, because I mean, at the end of the day, they are from America and they are Black Americans, and Black is just their race, you see. So when we also call European Americans, they just want to be called white Americans, but in real sense they are European Americans because they came from Europe and whichever other parts that they came from. Now I'm seeing people even saying here like Africans are getting angry because Black Americans don't want to be called African Americans. Some of the Black Americans are saying that we are Native Americans. And I'm just sitting here and saying, if you're Native Americans, then that means you did not come from Africa, as most of you say. But what's more confusing about this is that you're saying that you did not come from Africa. And then there is another group of people saying that Africans sold them. So you see, even to someone who is trying to learn more about these, it's getting confusing, because there is this one part that's saying we are not African Americans, we did not come from Africa, we don't have any roots in Africa. And there is this other part that is saying that Africans hold us, Africans are always taking advantage of us and all that. You see, it's quite confusing. I know this fight is crazy. I don't know how this is gonna be resolved, but I'm sure there's gonna be a way. If Black Americans just choose to boycott the African businesses, well and good, because it's also good they can go and support Black American businesses if there are Black American businesses out there. But also people are asking if there are certain businesses that you want to boycott out here and there is not any other community that is offering these services, or maybe your community is not offering these services, then what's gonna be the case on these? I don't know, but you all can tell me on the comment section. And these boycotts are really working. By the way, for those Africans that are having businesses out there in the States, you all have seen what has happened to Target and other businesses that have been boycotted out there. You also what happened to these, what is the name of this company that had to fire so many workers because people boycotted it and it wasn't working? It's a movers company. I don't remember the name, but there was this company that I think it's UPS. Yeah, exactly, it was UPS. So you see what the boycotts are doing. And one thing that I would really want us to do is just Africans learn about Black Americans. Black Americans get to learn about Africans. There is a lot that we have to learn and unlearn what we've learned about each other. And that is the only way that we can manage to move forward from what we are experiencing right now. Because each and every single day, even if you come on social media, you always see there is something going on between Africans and Black Americans. I don't know what you all think, because this whole video, I was trying to think on how to talk about this. Honestly, I'm not supporting Black Americans. I'm not supporting Africans. If you're all in the wrong, if you Africans are treating and giving bad services to Black Americans, then you have to change. But like for this woman who was there asking on the video, like maybe I want more discount and all that, and maybe you've been given discounts so many times, you know. And for Africans who like go to the States and say that braids are quite expensive or doing hair in the States is quite expensive. And one thing is like the prices cannot be as the same as we have here in Africa. Their taxes are quite high, especially as a business person compared to where we come from. Even buying products, sometimes maybe they're quite expensive than you would get them from here, like braids and other things, you see. So maybe that could also be a thing that needs to be looked at and people to understand that. But for those people who are offering bad services, insulting customers, mistreating the customers, that should not be happening as a person who is offering services, you know. For you to offer a service, I know there are people who are quite disturbing and quite annoying, some, not everyone, but I'm sure you can try as a business person to come out with a way, or maybe just tell that person next time they come, if they are annoying and they give you a hard time, just tell them, thank you so much for considering me, but I don't think I want to offer my services to you, because you also have the right to deny service to someone if they keep on giving you a hard time. Just like Black Americans have a right to boycott African businesses if that's what they want, you know. I don't know what you all think, but you can tell me on the comment section. This video or whatever has happened should just teach us to get to learn about each other and unlearn what we've learned. I haven't created this video to fuel more hate on what's going on between African and Black Americans. It's just for us to get to understand and learn and unlearn about each other as we do. As you've seen this woman who is showing videos that where we come from, and she's showing for the Africa that she knows that is how Africa looks like. You see, there is a lot that she also has to unlearn. Thank you so much for watching up to this part. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and until the next episode, bye.